I'm annoyed at the heat. It is hot. Even though it's a cloudy and so much rainy day, it is hot. I hate it. I'm sweaty. It sucks. So let's play the least sweaty game ever. Accent, how are you? I shall. You're good, nice. But it's not as hot today as it was over the last few weeks. But it is still hot, and now it's just wet, so it's a wet hot. And that's so annoying. I hate it. Summer is just the worst. Can we just get rid of summer? Like permanently? It's actually better than north here. Yeah, I live more south than you. Hot and humid, the worst kind of, yeah. Like it feels cold when you're outside, right? It feels cool. So I left the windows open. But inside I don't have wind. So now I just put the AC on again. Hi Scorpio, how are you? But yeah, sweaty. I hate it. But yeah, today we're gonna continue Welcome Tour. For some reason, this tech demo has content. Kinda crazy. So yeah, I don't want to just sit around because I want to finish Welcome Tour at the latest next week. Because after that, Donkey Kong comes out and I want to stream that. It was worth $10. Because $10, it better have content. If it's worth $10, it's subjective. There is no objective way to talk about game prices. Me personally, I have a lot of fun with Welcome Tour because I can stream it. So to me, yeah, it's worth $10. It has more content than expected. Yeah, like we're not even halfway through last I checked. So we better not sit around too long. And just get right into it. 11. I like the opening music. It's a good vibe. Hope you enjoy your time with Welcome Tour. Yes, yes. So, where the fuck did we leave off? Hold up. We did all the minigames you can do for now. Got all the quizzes. Okay. I'll take demos. You have to go to area E. Where the fuck is E? I guess you just go back to D and then check from there. The messages appear on Steam on the bottom right. They appear on your avatar E. Where the fuck is area E? Not here, okay. I think we finally have to switch in Joy-Cons. I'm pretty sure. Is this to A? I, okay. This B. The, do you have to take the path down to I? I think, how are you? No, this is just straight up I. Where the fuck do I have to go? Where is the path to E? This AHF. I see no other exit on the monitor. There's E, okay. It's over here. Let's go. Here is area, here's the next area. Pretty lift down, then start walking. You'll get there eventually. Oh, okay, thank you. Zoom. That's a fast elevator. It feels so weird to have IRL pictures in a game. It feels kind of weird. Like just pictures of hands. Hi Chris, by the way. I felt that the screens or menu switch tools tend to scratch quite quickly. Even just from the dog. It's not true for myself because I actually am careful with my possessions. Like, if you're not careful, you're gonna scratch anything. Just be careful when you put it in the dock. Like with the Switch one. Also, get this fucking screen protector. Like, goddamn. If you don't have a screen protector, you'll live like a fucking savage. Are we going to do the straps? I think it's strap time. It is strap time. Well, one of them at least. Oh, I see there's a mouse minigame. Oh no. Plus symbol, minus symbol, sure. Let's do the tech demo. First, we disclaimer: this isn't a minigame. It is an attraction that simulates the experience of sewing. Why? As you saw moves back and forth. The HD Rumble 2 feature. Oh, I gotta turn Rumble back on. I have to turn Rumble back on. Hold on. Controller. You can even try sewing really quickly or take it nice and slow. You really notice a difference in vibration as you change the speed. Sure, try it out. I am still not impressed by the fucking HD Rumble. Yeah. So let's see. Okay, now you have to take it slower. It do be vibrating. Okay, this version of HD Rumble does feel a bit more realistic. But not by much, it's still just vibration. Still not impressed with HD Rumble. And probably never will. It's because I don't give a shit about Rumble. But yay! We did it! Did the vibration make it feel like it was a saw in her hand? No. It feels like there was a Joy-Con in my hand. You notice how the speed you saw that affected the vibration? Sure. The faster you saw, the stronger the vibration. No shit. Dude. Again, HD Rumble is such a nothing feature for me. Wait, can we go on the actual strap? Rubber pads, sure. We can walk on the strap, let's go! Without any safety. Whoever's in charge of this venue must have good lawyers. Okay, mouse in the game. You have at least 1 medal indeed. Let's get this all orchestrated for you. There, quick click, single target. If you can do just short, as one small skill and better. So those should one speed and accuracy, right? It's the conception of this minigame, which shapes down the gameplay to its bare fundamentals. All you need to do is click on the target. Should be in the park now. But belay that thought. In this game, you need lightning fast reactions. Metals don't grow on trees, you know. That's why this minigame has been minified to maximize your mouse ability. Okay, just click on target fast. Again, I'm not a PC gamer, I'm not good with mouse. 0.4 seconds? How? Bro! Ready? This is hard. God damn it. There we go. That was stupid. I don't like this. Because I'm bad at it. Let me guess, we unlock level 2. There's 4 levels to this. Why? Such swiftness of click. Your mouse time grows more by the minigame. Sure. Okay, part 2. Let me guess, you have to click multiple targets. Maybe more medals than me. I hate this, it's so unfair. Oh, it's a nerd again. Triple targets. Okay, yeah, I was correct. Same thing, but 3 targets. Woohoo! Yippee! Yay! Ugh. Damn it! Bro. Okay! I guess you get a fur medal for being under 1 second, which I will never get. Okay, level 3. Do we have enough medals for level 3? We do, sadly. Okay, hi. The target stays stuck. No! The targets move now! No! Why? 1.5, okay. I almost had it first try. Dude. Come on! This is hard. 0.06 seconds faster, bro. Okay, let's try this again. God damn. But I'm getting faster. That's something at least. Come on! There we go! Yay! I'm a gamer! But there's a level 4. Why is there a level 4? But it's locked for now. Okay, good. Let's walk on the rest of the strap. The cover, sure. Isn't there one for this thing? No stamp? Wait, no, there is. No. Why is there no stamp for this part? Kinda weird. Wait, can we walk on the bottom one? Maybe can it, yeah. Every little shit gets a stamp, but not this one. That is very weird. We can't go on the bottom one. Oh, there's a hat. Okay, cool. Since there are two connected straps, maybe. I mean, we probably also go on the blue strap. Because we're only on the orange one right now. By the way, it seems, yeah. Like, there's also a mid-level here where we have to go. Okay, area E seems pretty small. The stamp. The mouse for the yay. And the locking mechanism, sure. And the other mouse for the okay. That's already all of them. Okay, next we go to area A to go to area F, okay. But first, quiz time. Nintendo Switch 2 strap. You found out why the strap comes in handy when using mouse controls. Because it just feels better. Because it's a bit wider. As the mechanism works and more. Sure, I'm interested, I guess. Attach or detaching of the strap is easy. Yeah, just a release button again. When you've attached the Joy-Con 2 strap to the controller, throw out the cord part around your waist. Dude, by the way, I hate the fucking straps. They are so annoying, especially in mouse mode. I'm probably gonna buy a second set of straps and just cut off the strap. So I just have the part that attaches to the Joy-Con. Because the strap is so annoying when using the mouse. It is you hold the controller safely as you play. When you want to detach the strap, you can do so easily by pressing the release button. Yeah, I play with that a lot. As you can see, it's easy to attach and detach the strap. Sure. The playing game requires you to shake the Joy-Con controller. To attach the Joy-Con to a strap, this allows adequate room during play. But did you know that the strap also comes in handy when using Switch mouse controls? Yeah, but only the part that isn't the actual strap. The actual strap is in the way, at least for me. The strap makes the Joy-Con 2 controller less likely to tip over. It is what I meant last stream when I talked about feeling unstable without the strap on. Because then it feels like it tips over all the fucking time. But with the strap, there's no tilting at all. Like, even if I just move it widely around with 2 fingers and not really holding it. And the shades are your mouse feet. On the bottom of the strap covered a large area, making it easy to slide. But it's not all. With the strap attached, even games that require both shaking and mouse controls at the same time, you play it safely and with ease. Sure. A small locking mechanism. Let's take a look at the top part of the Joy-Con 2 strap. It contains a locking mechanism made up of small parts. When attached, this makes it lock into place like this. It attaches like this. Okay, cool. There's a very tiny spring that holds it in place. Cool. Let's do the quiz. Okay, chat, did you pay attention to what the fuck the straps do? Question 1. What can you do safely with the Joy-Con 2 controls once it's looped the Joy-Con 2 straps around your wrist? Use motor controls. Use them as a 2-way radio. Tie them up. Wear them as bracelets. I mean, it's an expensive bracelet. Several motor controls. What other feature is easier to use when Joy-Con 2 straps are attached to the Joy-Con 2 controllers? Game chat, a touchscreen. HD Rumble mouse controls. Yeah, sure. The mouse controls. Question 3. The tiny springs found inside the Joy-Con 2 straps are for what purpose? Decoration. To keep the Joy-Con 2 controllers in place and put on the surface, hook the strap to the Joy-Con 2 controller to catapult rubber bands. That would be kind of pog. New lab idea. Oops, I clicked the wrong one on accident. I clicked while grabbing the Joy-Con again because I was streaking a little bit. No! First unsuccessful! It was an accident! No! Okay, let's speedrun. Motion controls. Mouse controls. Lock the strap with controller. We bing! Yay! I'm a gamer after all. Oh, Sunny, you get the request correct. Visitors become better acquainted with the Joy-Con strap. Sure. But there's another quiz. Is it? A quiz unlocked a quiz. What? It's the first time this happened. Even more learning about the fucking Joy-Con straps. Okay. Hi Layla, how are you? Joy-Con 2 straps are fairly thin. If you made it out of normal plastic, it would have been able to bend them easily. Yeah, they're pretty sturdy. Yeah, I'm switching the strap right now, and it has a little bit of give, but not a lot. Not with cheap plastic, so it's expensive plastic. So, when laced with glass fibers or fiberglass into the plastic, we do our best to make sure that the straps don't bend too easily. Uh-huh. Cool. Quite even when vibrating. Close to the cord of the Switch 2 strap, there are two small pieces of rubber. As these pieces of rubber are firmly pressed against the Joy-Con 2 controller when the strap is attached, rattling noise that comes from the Joy-Con 2 when it vibrates is reduced. Does it also have rubber things at the top? No. Only at the bottom because that's where the rumble is. Makes sense. So you see, even little pieces of rubber have a purpose. Sure. Take a look at the part of the Joy-Con 2 strap that loops around your wrist, the actual strap. It passes through the bottom part of the strap. At the end, it meets up under the cover, forming a loop. The plastic parts that covers where the ends of the loops meet was this a design problem. As the loop spun around, the strap would bump into the strap lock like so. When it happened, it would become difficult to move the strap lock. Our solution? Make sure that the loop doesn't spin all the way around. We use the sewing machine to sew these pieces together. Yeah. Repog. And that's not all. We wanted to make sure that the sound part is tear resistant, even when pulled. It used a complicated stitching pattern. It's just zigzag. Running stitch, satin stitch, zigzag stitch. Back to running stitch. Okay, cool. Pre-pog. Okay, did you pay attention? I did not. Where's Hilo and Stitch? Good question. They are in live action remake hell. Sadly. Basic using Joy-Con 2 sets to command with which material to stop it from bending easily. Fiberglass, dietary fiber, rubber, iron fillings. Chat, did you know? Do you know? Very good things about the remake. It's just mostly one-to-one, but with stupid changes. Like, Agent Bubbles isn't a child service dude anymore. He's just a secret agent. For example, like, that's bullshit. Pleakley isn't cross-dressing anymore. Like, what's even the point? What are the two pieces of rubber close to the cord? The Joy-Con strap for decoration, to quiet the vibration, to amplify the vibration, to erase mistakes. If only. All of a sudden, we switched to a strap to prevent it from turning fully. It was machine sewn together. It was glued on. It was made out of gel, nothing in particular. I can use it to erase my mistakes. Yeah, what mistake do you want to erase? But they're sewn together. Yeah. Whee! I am smart. We are gaming. Wait, do we even go to the blue strap? I honestly don't think so. This isn't called a Dragon 2 strap area R or something. I think this is the only strap we go to. Weird. Okay, first let's return the hat that we found. They go to the next area already. But I think the Joy-Cons and the screen are the biggest areas. For sure. So let's see. Yay! We can go to area F. It stands for fuck! What if you... Aww. Wait, do we go to the dock? Is it dock time? It looks like it's dock time. It is dock time. Let's go! Probably the other really big area. Oh yeah, this is a big area. Switch to dock area. Imagine there's a minigame where I have to use the dock. Like on its own. Let's do the tech demo first. At least 5 minutes accounted, everything looks tippy top. Maybe excuse me a wee second. Sure. I know it's the minigames that everyone's angling for, but spare a thought on the tech demo. Why do they shit on the tech demos all the time? Like, they are cute. This is when you get to hear some slightly unusual sounding echoes. Does it sound up your alley? Sure. What you do is speak into the Nintendo Switch to console microphone. Then a few seconds later, your own voice will be played back to you. You might even end up hearing a really funny version of your voice. Yeah, I'm not gonna turn my mic on for this. I don't give a shit. But yay! Voice filters! Isn't that crazy technology? Wow! But I actually have to say something. Hold on. Okay, I have to turn my mic on. 1 second. Fuck! 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 Okay, it actually picks up my giggle. Fuck! This is stupid. Fuck! Okay, I actually need to talk for a while. Hold on. Wait, what? Okay, actually need to talk for a while. Hold on. Is there an good ways for 5 seconds in one go? Wait, I have to talk for 5 seconds? How do I do that? I don't know how to talk for 5 seconds. Someone give me something to talk about. I don't know what to say. God damn it. Why does it have to be 5 seconds? Is there any ways for 5 seconds in one go? Wait, I have to talk for 5 seconds? How do I do that? I don't know how to talk for 5 seconds. Someone give me something to talk about. I don't know what to say. God damn it. Why does it... Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. It has voice filters. Yay! crazy technology. If I'm playing with the sound of your voice, I actually had. Also, I played around with voice changes a lot when I was bored. I still do that sometimes, just play around with voice changes because it's just stupid fun. I'll give it a quiz later. Let's take the elevator up and then work our way down. That kind of a locking mechanism. Yeah, sure. Okay, minigame. Say, you ever tried looking for individual pixels on a 4K monitor? Oh god. No. Do we have to look for specific pixels? Can you guys even see that? It's not in my eyesight, I tell you, especially with a 4K TV screen. There's so many of these flipping things. But then again, it ain't too surprising that it's difficult, because these things look like tiny little specks. Wouldn't it be nice to give you an idea just how small they are? That's the gist of the minigame. There's 5 little pixels to find total. Being your keen, I didn't have to spot them all. But I do have a 4K monitor. Thank God I upgraded monitors. Okay, if you can see one, let's just say that you can actually see a pixel that's out of place. Oh no, it's time-based. Why is it time-based? 30 seconds? To find 5 individual pixels. Bro, okay. And I want the max brightness, please. Oh, they're moving, I think this was pretty easy. This was very easy, actually. Do you see the pixels moving within the circles? Couldn't see them due to YouTube. It's not just YouTube, I'm also just streaming on 1080. And there's a level 2 to this. Is it just more pixels? I mean, at time you can see every little pixel on a 4K screen. So is it already a thing in 8K? Dude, 8K is the most useless shit ever. $8K is actually just a waste of money. 5 drifting pixels is officially unveiled. Oh, they actually move around the whole screen now. But when you had to look for 5 pixels. But this time in part 2, these pixels will be floating around across the screen. Okay, can we catch 5 1 pixel big DVD logos? 30 seconds again, okay. Max brightness, please. They move very slowly. Okay, it's probably only easy because I select max brightness. But I want to see someone get like a sub 15 seconds with the lowest brightness. We'll go kinda hard, honestly. But there's people who try to speedrun this game, which is very funny. What? But he had 5 moving pixels to find 5? You mean to tell me you can see every... Oh, shut up about 8K. Just don't. And we found the lost item. And the AC adapter higher. AC adapter port. Okay, quiz time. You can learn about the Nintendo Switch Console's AC adapter here. Sure. I totally care how a fucking charger works. A removable cable. The Switch 2 AC adapter has a convenient feature. The cable can be detached. I mean, that's most chargers at this point, right? This means that when you want to carry the AC adapter around with you, you can safely stow both parts as you please. Hey Robbie, how are you? Small yet powerful, okay. In terms of size, the Switch 2 adapter is much smaller than the Switch 1 AC adapter. Despite this, it can output a lot of power. It's almost like technology improved in the last 8 years, huh? In fact, its output has increased from 39 watt to 60 watt. That's over 1.5 times the power of Nintendo Switch AC adapter. It's small but mighty. Okay, sure. Thin and flexible. USB-C charging cable. The Kinect's Switch 2 AC adapter has been improved. It's now thin and more flexible than the cable of the Switch AC adapter. So when you're transporting the AC adapter, it should be easy to bundle up and tuck away. It's easy to wrap the cable up gently and as shown here. If you have the Switch to Nintendo Switch AC adapter handy, complete flexibility of the two cables. Yeah, it's very flexible. I noticed that when I set up my Switch 2. I like thin cables. I mean, okay, sure. Yeah, someone go through the last one and this one, and then probably the third stream, because we're probably not gonna finish this today. And check every time I said, okay, sure. If anyone is bored, do that. Let's have the AC adapter quiz. Okay, chat, did you pay attention to the info cards? Question 1. Which of the following traits is true about Nintendo Switch 2 AC adapter cable? It's 100 meters long. It can be stretched. It's attachable. It's transparent. It has to be 100 meters long, right? I mean, I plugged it in at my neighbor's, right? Haven't I thought of that idea before? I clicked it on my head just now. Okay, sure. It's attachable. So innovative. Really the longest cable, yeah. I hate that cable lengths are like half a meter, 1 meter, 2 meters, and then 5 meters. When in some cases I need like a 2 or 3 meter cable. But it's just never available. Never. They just don't exist apparently. It's so annoying. Does the Nintendo Switch 2 AC adapter have more of than the Nintendo Switch AC adapter? Cable, size, power, a boxy feel. Maybe it's less boxy because it's more rounded with the edges. Have more power! But if the Nintendo Switch 2 AC adapter cable stands out more than Nintendo Switch consoles, it's thicker and less flexible. They're the same cable. It's thinner and more flexible. It's thinner. No funny answer. Playing with power, yeah. Honestly, the whole how they market the Switch 2 reminds me how they market the GameCube, because the GameCube was also their attempt on getting like high-end gaming, right? And it feels kind of like similar vibes, like with the whole marketing shit. No mistakes at all. I guess you've learned a lot about the Switch 2 AC adapter, sure. It wasn't that bad, yeah. My personal problem with the GameCube is it doesn't have enough RPGs. Like the Pokemon games, Fire Emblem, Tales of Symphonia. What other RPGs are on the GameCube? I legit don't know. Okay, the demo, let's go. This demo isn't strictly a game, but they keep down talking this shit. Schizophrenic. That was a GameCube game? In my head, it just exists as a PlayStation 2 game. The Joy-Con 2 and Joy-Con 2 are each have a mouse sensor. Is it possible for you to use mouse controls with both of them at the same time? I have some fun splashing water around. You can play Join-It or you can pass the Joy-Con 2 to a friend. I have no friends and I live alone. I'll go ask my neighbor to play this with me. It was a Dreamcast game, but it was Sony. It was released on the GameCube a few years later, huh? Okay, double mouse controls. Oh! Oh! Wait, this is a minigame! This actually is a minigame! What did it mean this is not only a tech demo? This could be a minigame! What do they mean? Can we do this again? The water just doesn't flow right. Is it the third stage? Is it just this? Okay, how do I spin this more? Oh, like this. No, I do not. Wait, like this. I'm fucking stupid. Like this. There we go. This could be an actual minigame. Why is it just a tech demo? This would be fun. Basic potential. When a real splash with those two mice there. You must have had a whale of a time. Sure. 𝗟cie𝗴ឆ Legends, huh? Okay, HDMI out. Sure, HDMI ports. Is there something else? I like how they even kept the fucking notice here for the dog. It's very cute. Okay, quiz for HDMI. Okay, sure. Why do we need 4 pages for HDMI? Ultra high speed. Nintendo Switch 2 cable comes. Nintendo Switch 2 console comes with an HDMI cable. This cable is an ultra high speed HDMI cable. As the name suggests, it can transmit data very quickly. If a Nintendo Switch 2 console, this cable needs to transmit a lot of data. A sharp, detailed 4K video displayed with a bright light HDR, sending smooth images 120Hz to your TV. For these things, a compatible gamer TV are required. No shit. 120Hz supports up to 1040p, 60Hz, up to 4K. I don't know if you all remember this, but SSX was my shit. I never heard of SSX. Unless it's an abbreviation for a game I actually know. 4K. In terms of TV image output, the Switch console is compatible with 4K resolution. A 4K image is made up of many pixels, 3840 horizontally, and 2160 vertically to be exact. There's 4 times as many pixels as a Nintendo Switch console. It's actually the most ever for any Nintendo console. If you have a 4K compatible game, and your TV is 4K compatible too, you can experience a sharp and detailed picture. Yeah, I actually upgraded my monitors to 4K 60 and got a 4K capture card just for the Switch 2. Actually. And honestly, worth it. The Nintendo Switch 2 console outputs video to a TV. It can do so using very bright light. This capable of this are said to be HDR compatible. Sure is sort of short for high dynamic range. Apparently people struggle with setting up HDR. I just didn't set it up because I can just make my monitor itself have HDR settings. This Switch console has approximately 16.77 million different lights and color combinations. God damn! Even the Switch 2 console has hundreds of millions. If you have an HDR compatible game and TV, it's now possible to display bright intense light. So you can flashbang yourself, basically. The screen you're looking at right now is showing you a simple image that doesn't use HDR. Hey, look, a flashbang! If we were to enable HDR, it would look like something. It would look a little something like this. This is way too bright. This hurts my eyes, actually. In an HDR image, there's a very little difference to brightness between the most vivid parts, the explosion, and the area around it. There is an HDR. Here in the HDR image, meanwhile, the bright area can shine very brightly. The darker parts remain unchanged. You can also create subtle differences in darkness even in dark places. However, the brightness and output will vary depending on the TV and TV settings. You try to yourself to find the viewing setup that works best for you. Yeah, sure. For movement. By connecting to a TV, the Nintendo Switch 2 console can produce an image that changes at high speeds, up to 120 times per second, in fact. The console is said to be 120 Hz compatible. Hertz stands for Hertz. Yeah. If you have a 120 Hz compatible game or TV, I do not, because that's a waste of money. Then the images can change quickly, and the appearance of smooth movements is created. And this Switch console can produce an image that changes up to 60 times per second. Did it though? Did it? I don't think it did. So a rate of 120 per second will remain at the moment. Will mean that the moment looks twice as smooth. Yeah. Video shown is just an example. But if 120 is supported, most movements also appear smoother. Override using the control sticks, it feels smoother. 3D screen will look smoother, and so on. And that's not the only thing that's different. When you play games compatible with 120 Hz, and especially fast-paced games, seeing things even a split second sooner should give you a slight advantage when it matters most. Sure. Rick said it's okay. I didn't say okay, I only said sure. So you're technically wrong. Okay, should I pay attention? TV output. Actually, it's capture card output. Question 1. Which cable included in Nintendo Switch 2 consists what type of cable? Standard, high speed, premium high speed, ultra high speed. I just think it's funny that ultra is a legit word that actually gets used. Because it feels so cartoony to use ultra. Unleash my intuitive choice are predicting. What did it say next? Sure. The Switch 2 console is compatible with which of the following resolutions? VGA. What is that? 4K, 4DK, New Year's. It has to be New Year's resolution, right? What is QQVGA? I never heard this before. Does anyone know that? Okay, it's 4K. What is QVGA? What is QVGA? Oh! Is it like Game Boy resolution? Felix never feels sorry for being late. Up to how many different combinations of lighting color is the Nintendo Switch console able to use? Thousands, 10 fonts, approximately 16.77 million, hundreds of millions. Chat, do you remember? It's hundreds of millions. The 16.77 is of the Switch One. And the image on the TV screen changed more rapidly. How does it start to look? Healthy, sneaky, vibrant, smooth. It looks healthy, right? VGA is 640 for 80. QVGA is half the dimension length. QQVGA is half for the... Damn, okay, so it's really garbage. So it is like Game Boy quality, right? Very healthy, yeah. Wow, what a hard quiz. This is dead, maybe even GBA. Damn. Look at you go. Be straight. Your TV output comprehension is coming through loud and clear. Sure. But yeah, can you tell I don't really care for the resolution and power aspect and shit? I just want it to look good and run smooth. I don't care about the details. Before someone asks, I'm not in a good mood. Some randoms in Night Train crashed run while I was doing character quests. Yeah, that's fair. This probably isn't something I should be telling you, but I'm having a spot of trouble with a certain minigame. Huh? You know, those are spike balls? Oh, shut up. She just told me part 4 is open. I don't want to do that. We can learn more about TV output here. I will find about ALLM, auto low latency mode. What? How images appear on the TV and more. Sure. Hi Pumpkin, how are you? Yippee! I was hoping you'd say that. Sure. Easy to use without any setup. On some TVs, reminds me of settings suitable for games such as game mode. These make it easy to play games since the images will be less prone to lag. Yeah, I have my monitors on game mode, even though I'm not a PC gamer, but I have my consoles hooked up to my main monitor as a second input. GPA is 240 to 160. I have put it VGA. HQ VGA. Okay. This is so complicated. Because we make sure that TV automatically switches to a mode that's suited for games. You can also say that the console is ALLM compatible. ALM stands for Auto Low Latency Mode. The switch is only available for ALLM compatible TVs. The console is set up to automatically make games easy to play without having to change any TV settings manually. Sure. Interacting with the TV. In TV mode, the Switch 2 console It does more than just exchange images with the TV. They do it in various ways. The console is CEC enabled. CEC stands for Consumer Electronics Control. When you turn on the power of the Nintendo Switch 2 console, the TV can turn on and the input mode can change automatically. That is actually pretty cool. Similarly, turning off the TV can automatically put the Nintendo Switch 2 console in sleep mode too. That is stupid. I guess it's fair, but I mean, my setup is always turned on when I'm awake, so it can be found under System Settings on the console's home menu. It's called the Match TV Power State. Furthermore, certain TVs will also display Switch 2 by switching input to the Nintendo Switch 2 console. With CEC enabled, Nintendo Switch 2 console should be easily recognized by the TV. However, the capabilities of a TV may vary from the model to model. Please check your TV's instructions for more information. Sure. When you play Nintendo Switch 2 console connected to the TV, various electronic signals are output by the USB Type-C connector on the console. These signals won't normally show up on a TV. Without a little help anyway. What words? Nintendo Switch 2 dock brings out the video signal. Picks up the video signal. Converts them into different video signals called HDMI. It then sends these video signals to your TV with the ultra high-speed HDMI cable. The dock does a lot of heavy lifting. Yeah, better. It's expensive. By the way, I want to buy a second dock so I can also have it set up in the living room, because I have everything set up in my office, of course. And I have 2 Switch 1 docks as well that I used pretty often. So I better do a lot of the heavy lifting for that price. It's like, how expensive is a dock? It's like $60 or $70. You connect the Nintendo Switch 2 console to a TV and turn on the power. Images should appear on the TV screen. You may think that the console is simply outputting signals to the TV, but all kinds of processes are going on between the console, the dock, and the TV. When the console is turned on, this info is transmitted to the dock, which then transmits the signal through the HDMI cable to the TV. The TV then responds, and the dock relays the response back to the console. So see, the console and the TV communicate through the dock. At this point, the console uses the dock to check what kind of video the TV can handle. The console then receives the answer via the dock, and the console decides what kind of image to display. Finally, the image is output from the console converted by the dock and then displayed on the TV. All sorts of processes are handled in a short space of time before the image is displayed. Sure, cool. Maybe I'll be able to finish the character quest. It's the last one I need to beat. Damn. Good luck with the quest. I think I'm gonna go now before I can. Need a high five? No, because I can't raise my hands. But yeah, have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's gonna test you for the quiz. Okay, Shannon, I will pay attention because I actually did not. I just read it out loud and didn't pay attention. Question 1. When you connect the Nintendo Switch 2 console to an ALLM compatible TV, what happens to the TV? It gets an alarm feature. It requires touch control. Imagine you could turn a TV into a touchscreen so easily. This is a special gaming mode. It locks in. What is it called when Nintendo Switch 2 console communicates with the TV in ways other than video? ABC enabled, NFC enabled, CC enabled, BC enabled. Yes, the VC is enabled. I take a break for now. I do pissed off right now to think straight enough. That's fair. But yeah, I hope you can beat the quest after you're done resting. With the SCC. What does Nintendo Switch 2 dock do with the video signal sent from Nintendo Switch 2 console? It ignores stuff. Imagine. 𝗟𝗃𝗿𝗆 enabled. It sends him back to the console. It says in Studio TV. It converts him for the TV. It converts them. Nintendo Switch 2 console and TV communicate with each other before the video is output. They speak verbally. They shake into controllers. There's a dog. They email each other. Yeah, they send each other business emails, of course. And then talk it out in a meeting, and then it happens. Yeah! Oh yes, that quiz. Was the TV about genius by now? Sure. Okay, now we explore the bottom layer. But first, the LAN adapter. I actually have a LAN connected to my Switch. I actually bought a LAN cable for that. Because you know, I like to play Mario Kart without the lag. I've been missing two things. Oh, before we do the last quiz, I want to find the things. Here's a stamp. Oh, the air vents! Sure. Okay, there has to be another one on the second layer, I think. There has to be. Is it just here as well? No. It's not. The last stamp. Between HDMI and LAN adapter. Or port or whatever. Is there something else on the top layer? Because I feel like it has to be on the... No, it has to be in the mid or bottom layer. Wait, I didn't hack this wall, is what I wanted to say. Air intake, there we go. Yay, we got all of them! Oh, we can go to the camera next, which I didn't buy. Because I refused to buy a camera. For Vtuber reasons. Yeah. We're gonna put the Nintendo Switch 2 dock here. I wonder how the dock is more than just a stand. Why the back of it is rounded and more. It's rounded because it looks better. But that's just the answer. The dock is more than a stand. Yeah, it better be. At first glance, the Switch 2 dock might just look like a regular stand. No, it does not. It's actually more than just that. It can change video signals from the Nintendo Switch 2 console into signals that your television can receive. It has USB ports letting you use various accessories. It allows you to connect to the internet via LAN cable. Yeah, cool. A revamped dock. The Switch 2 dock is designed to use only with the Nintendo Switch 2 console. Yeah, it's too wide for the Switch 1. Isn't it cannot be used with Nintendo Switch consoles? At first glance, the Nintendo Switch 2 dock doesn't look so different from Nintendo Switch dock. But on the inside, a lot has changed. It is an actual, like, cooling fan and motherboard and shit in the dock. Or whatever. Needs to keep up with the Nintendo Switch 2 console's rapid video signals. The dock is bigger. If you try to force the Nintendo Switch 2 console into the Switch 2 dock, the Grow 6 on attached controllers and make it stuck. What if you try to put it in without the Joy-Cons attached? Like, you can just take the Joy-Cons off and put it in like that. It might just be a bit difficult to get it a bit back out. Bishop, please don't try to insert the Nintendo Switch console into the Nintendo Switch 2 dock. Similarly, Nintendo Switch 2 console cannot be used with the Nintendo Switch dock. The Nintendo Switch 2 console uses more power than the Nintendo Switch console. It means the Nintendo Switch dock cannot supply enough power to the Nintendo Switch 2 console. Please make sure to only use the Nintendo Switch console, Nintendo Switch dock. And only use the Nintendo Switch 2 console with the Nintendo Switch 2 dock. Sure! Inside Nintendo Switch 2 dock, there's a cooling fan. Prevents the dock from getting too hot and allows Nintendo Switch 2 console to perform at its best. Also, the base of the dock is raised up by 2mm. There are many holes located on the underside of the dock. The console dock's fans draw air through these holes. And through the spaces on the sides of the console like so. This helps the console and the dock to stay as cool as possible. By the way, the Switch 2 gets really hot. Like, after like a 2-hour session, I just took it out of the dock to see how warm it actually gets. It gets pretty warm. And you can actually feel it because it's such a thin console. If you look at the back of the Nintendo Switch 2 dock, you'll find it has rounded edges. And this dock has much more rounded shape to the Nintendo Switch dock. By the way, the Switch 1 dock is so poorly designed. I fucking hated it. Why is it rounded like this? This so the release button on the Nintendo Switch 2 controllers are easy to reach. And it looks cooler. I mean, the dock is low enough that the release button is available all the time. So, the Nintendo Switch 2 console is inserted into the dock. But the Joy controller should be easy. The dock isn't rounded just because it looks cuter that way. But it does look cuter. But I like that I explain all the reasoning for their little design quirks. Like when you look at the dock, you would think, oh, it's round because it looks cooler. But it actually has a purpose. I like that. Okay, let's do the dock quiz. I'll probably unlock a second quiz after this. It is cute. It just happened to serve another function as well. Yeah. Cute and functional. This Switch 2 dock serves many purposes. But which of the following does it not do? Send signals to the TV, provide available USB ports, enable certain access, use infrared communication. Sure. Give me funny answers. Show the following can Nintendo Switch 2 console use? Nintendo Switch dock, Nintendo Switch 2 dock, either of the above. Nintendo Switch 2 console can only use the Switch 2 dock. Number 3. What are the holes at the bottom of the Nintendo Switch 2 dock for? Reduce the dock's weight. To let more sound out. To show people what's inside. To take in. Give me funny answers. I guess show people what's inside is a funny answer. But it's not funny enough. We need quirky answers. What purpose is the back of the Nintendo Switch 2 dock rounded? To look cute, yes. To make the dock more stable, no. To make the Joy-Con controls easier to attach, yes. To follow the curvature of the Earth. Oh goddamn! Flat Earth is seething right now. Flat Earthers gonna hate Nintendo after seeing this. But the Earth is flat, Anki emoji. Okay, we should unlock another quiz, I think. Yeah. Another one. But yeah, I think the dock is a final large area. Because then we have what? Camera, Pro Controller. The wheel thingies. Yeah. This is the last big area. Okay, only 3, that's good. I don't like reading. Rich and some bums. If you look into the Nintendo Switch 2 dock from directly above, it looks like a Jigglypuff. Around the system connector, there's a big mechanism that makes it easy to insert Nintendo Switch 2 console. In the middle, there's a narrow ridge. And there are 2 little bumps here on the left and right. If you take a look at the Nintendo Switch 2 console, you think that it has indentations along with the ridge and bumps. These get the console into its right position for it to line up with the system connector on the dock. First, the ridge in the middle of the dock fits into the indentation on the console's underside, lining them up. Next, the left and right bumps fit into the console's other indentations for even more precise alignment. These bumps sit on top of a small stand, which is supported by springs. The system connector only comes out when this stand is pushed down. When the system connector merges, the console connects to the dock via the system connector. There's such a mechanism. Even if you're a little bit imprecise when inserting the console into the dock, it should still work. Slightly raised spots. If you check the underside of the Nintendo Switch 2 console, you notice that it's a little rounded. Then here near where the system connected to the dock goes, there are spots that are slightly raised. If the position is a little off, and the console is inserted into the dock, raised spots of the console will come into contact with the inside of the dock. Without the raised spots, it might have been possible for the system connected in the dock to slide off the rounded part in the dock, the side of the round part of the console bend a bit. It might even have been possible for the console to end up jammed in the dock, or the system connector to stop working properly. With the help of the raised spots, we try to ensure that the console won't get stuck. I actually didn't notice that when I looked at the Switch 2. That is pretty pog. 4 feet! On the side of the Nintendo Switch 2 dock, there are 4 small rubber feet. Rubber feet prevent the dock from slipping when the Switch 2 console is inserted, but it's based on grade. If the cable connected of the dock snags and the feet didn't catch, the dock might tilt and fall over since it doesn't slide. So, I should modify one of the 4 feet. A bit of the plastic sticks out slightly more. If the dock tilts slightly, this plastic will touch the surface beneath it. It allows it to slide a bit, making it more difficult for the dock to fall over. Of course, we hope you won't be needed, but this tiny detail could still come in very handy. Actually, a pretty good design. But yeah, my dog is on my desk. The cables are all the way tucked behind the desk. We'll never go over it. I even got like cable holders to get the cables behind my desk off the ground. You're well versed in this particular subject. I'm going to offer you a quiz. Ta-da! Sure. But your foot design is pretty pog. See, that shit you wouldn't notice if you didn't play this game. Which is why I should be a packet. Region bumps on Nintendo Switch 2 dock allows the Nintendo Switch 2 console to be inserted what way? At the front with little force, along with other console, with slight imprecision. With slight imprecision. When is this game left to finish? I don't know. When the Switch 2 console, so many spots can be found. Remember the system connector of the dock hours. What are they for? To make it look more interesting. To prove the console up. To stop the console from getting stuck. To make the stand easier to open. To stop it from getting stuck. I know it goes to area L at the very least because it's the last one I remember. I mean the 4 feet of Nintendo Switch 2 docks are deliberately slippery. Love them, just one, all 4, just one. I wonder which one though. But I'm gonna look at my dock right now to see it. Hold on. Okay, it's the front left one. Okay, we finished the dock area. No, it's front left. Okay, let's go to the camera, I guess. Wait, that's 𝗟cie. But I know the camera has a minigame which I cannot play. Because I didn't buy it. Also, I gotta return the book. Okay, no, the eye exit is on the monitor, on the screen. It should be right here, yeah. Wait, I don't go to... I go to H. I'm stupid. We talked about I before. Wait, where is H? Do you see there? Area L? Richie, where are you? It was right here, okay. I am stupid. We go to 𝗟cie next. I don't know the alphabet. Apparently. Let's go to the one accessory I did not buy. So we cannot play the minigame. Big sad. But there's 2 minigames actually. And 2 quizzes. The poll, okay, sure. The cable clip. But this is a minigame we cannot play. How confident are you in facial expressions? I mean, that's kind of my job to be expressive in my face. It's literally what I do. I overexpress all the time in VTubing, by the way. So it actually translates well to the tracking. Because if I just do it normal, like how I am casually, it doesn't really track that well, does it? Yeah. This is how my face normally moves. Not much at all. But when I'm VTubing, I have to express like this, right? I will put on my streamer face. It's because this minigame is all about making faces with the camera. Compared to camera connected to the digital console will be able to pick up your face. You'll have to move your whole face, mine. Eyes, eyebrows, mouth, neck, the whole bang. Yeah, shebang. Yeah. Look at the face on the screen and try to imitate. This is just VTuber Simulator. Wait. This is just VTuber Simulator. Okay, sure. Let's play this one. Okay. This is a game that makes use of the 𝗟cie𝗴់𝗢𝘃 feature. Yay. As when the 𝗟cie𝗴้ feature can create complex vibrations. No, it cannot. This game is played by holding down a button and moving the mouse over invisible shapes. As you move over the shapes, the mouse will respond subtly, making it feel like you're really touching them. The goal is to guess the shape using your sense of touch. Sure. Sense of touch only works when you can actually literally touch it, but sure. Okay, I have 1 minute. Circle. This one. This one. Star. It's a white one. Fuck! This is not a minigame that translates well to streaming, right? How? If I correctly. Okay. I guess the third one is for under 30 seconds. This is a decent minigame. I can wait for WarioWare using this. And part 2. The alphabet. I have to guess letters? I just have the shape of letters now. I like that. That's way better than shapes. Okay. So you have to focus for this one. This is pretty difficult. Fuck. I like it more than the shape one though. Fuck. God damn it! This is difficult! What's my fucking desk mat is moving? Let's try this again. Sorry that there's no commentary right now, but I really need to focus. There we go. I did indeed have to lock in. Why are these minigames kinda hard? It's almost like this is a game or something. Let's go on top and search for the last few stamps. The lens, sure. Okay, LED, sure. The lost item. Camera ring slider. Sure. I guess there's another one down below. Probably for the actual stand. Yeah. There we go. We got everything in 𝗟ci𝗴ឆ. Oh. They're finally gonna go inside of the blue Joy-Con. It's not about the camera, I guess. 5? For a fucking camera? Why? How much is it to learn about a fucking camera? Here's which two camera has a movable head. You can be tilted up and down. It says you can tilt it up to 25 degrees and down to about 10 degrees. Traditional position. With this range of motion, if you place the camera somewhere high up or down low, you should still be able to center. You should still be able to center it. What do you want to capture? Also, they keep the head at the angle if adjusted it to. We sandwich silicone rubber between the inner parts. Okay, cool. This lens, aperture, flash, shutter button, film, negatives. They're showing a wide angle. What if we Nintendo switch to a camera so they can capture a fairly wide angle? To get slightly little technical, show a field of view or DFOV is 110 degrees. Is that a lot compared to other webcams? Because this is what this camera is, just a glorified webcam. Is it twice what the Nintendo 3DS camera could capture? Yeah, but that's a fucking 3DS camera. Thanks to this wide angle, this visual camera can easily capture your whole face in handheld mode. In tabletop mode, it is also easy to capture two people playing side by side. Also, I don't know about cameras and fields of view, that's fair. And in TV mode, the camera can even capture the player standing up. You should also find it easy to fit multiple people in the same room within the field of view. If at any point you find that the angle is too wide, you can always zoom in when using game chat to narrow the field of view. Sure, as if I ever use game chat. Preventing distortion, okay. You show me a wide lens capture a big field of view. Yeah, no shit. You might know this already. When this visual camera is able to capture quite a wide angle. However, without taking any special measures, such a camera would run into a problem. The image will start to get distorted around the edges. Yeah, fisheye lens. To address this, we design the lens so that people near the edge of the frame aren't distorted. This means that the spot directly in front of the lens will come outside distorted. Reduces the chance of people looking distorted. Like, I have some idea about cameras because I was a Flash tuber for like 10 years. So I have some idea about cameras, but I don't care about the details. The privacy shutter, which is not enough to convince me to buy this camera, but it's still a nice feature. On ring of the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, there's a slider. You can turn it to close the privacy shutter, which covers up the lens. When the shutter is closed, the camera won't be able to capture anything. If you're ever concerned about privacy, you can simply close the shutter or just not buy the camera. When the shutter is closed, the lens will be covered in a light colored lid, so you'll be able to tell at a glance. You can also check the LED on the left of the lens to confirm if the camera is on or off. If the LED is on, the camera is on. If it's off, the camera is off. No shade. Oh, and to prevent the shutter from only closing halfway, use the torsion spring to make sure it's either fully open or fully closed. You will feel like it's snapping open or shut. It is actually pretty nice. One last thing. If you close the shutter, an image is sent to Nintendo's visual console to indicate that nothing is being captured. Okay, cool. Nintendo and camera. Are they going to talk about the Game Boy camera? Please tell me they talk about the Game Boy camera. I like the Game Boy camera. Look back at Nintendo's history, and you will find that Nintendo has been incorporating cameras into games for some time. Game Boy camera! Yay! With a Game Boy camera, you could play around with pictures they took of your face. It's just game and watch, but you have your face in the game, basically. It is so stupid and I love it. On the Wii console, you could aim the TV remote pointed at the TV screen. The Nintendo DSi system, you could tap calculate how similar two people were in facial appearance. Yeah, I know, that's what. By the way, I had a DSi XL, the brown one. I don't have it anymore. I don't know why. But it has been one, and still is, one of my favorite DS consoles. Even with the 3DS included. The DSi XL was so nice. The Nintendo 3DS system and AR cards, you could play with things that didn't physically exist in the real world. Wow, it's like Digimon. On the console's Wii U gamepad, you could see the faces of other players. Cool. Use the AR motion camera on a Joy-Con R. You could even build a functional controller out of keyboard. And with Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, the real Mario Kart 10, by the way. People have been arguing if Mario Kart World is Mario Kart 9 or 10. It is Mario Kart 11. Mario Kart 9 is Tour. Home Circuit is Mario Kart 10. And World is Mario Kart 11. Changed my mind. You can turn your home into a racetrack, sure. It's not just about capturing video, it's about having fun. Cool, I guess. So we've gone through all the insights here. It's time for a quiz. Sure. Chad, you better pay attention because I did not, because I don't give a shit. Which directions can the head of the Nintendo Switch camera move? Only up, only down. Up and down. It can't be moved. No funny answer. Wait, volume 2? I guess volume 1 is on top of the camera because there's another quiz. Roughly how large is the Nintendo Switch camera's digital field of view? No funny answer. 10 degrees. A 10-degree camera view would be very funny though. The Nintendo Switch 2 camera has been designed to make which part of it harder to store? The edges. No funny answers! What should you do to cover up the lens? And turn the slider. Yeah. No silly answers. What are the following ways could you use the camera to play Nintendo Switch 2 console? By taking and editing pictures of your face only, filming the TV screen only, playing controller out of cardboard only, all of the above. All of the above. Not a single silly answer. Worst quiz by far. Can we agree on that? This quiz fucking sucked. There was not a single funny. How fitting, because it's the only accessory I do not give a single shit about. Okay, second quiz, there we go. It was the most generic quiz, no fair at all, yeah. Okay, please don't give me 5. Let me hydrate real quick. Isn't a Switch 2 camera especially designed for the use of the Nintendo Switch 2 console? It should be easy to use whether the console is on TV mode, tabletop mode, or even handheld mode. We took into account the possible ways and the camera would be used in each play mode. Who uses a camera in fucking handheld mode? What kind of savage does that? You think camera is connected via the Nintendo Switch to its upper USB-C connector? Is it possible to change modes without having to connect it? Sure. USB cameras. Do you wondering whether you can use your own camera for the Nintendo console. That's totally fine. Nintendo allowing third-party mice that they don't make a profit on? Nani? That's totally fine. You don't have to use the Nintendo Switch camera at all. I see a Logitech. The top one in the middle is the webcam I used when I was still a Flash tuber. Switch 2 console is also compatible with certain USB cameras. This opens up your options. Also, other cameras are like half the price of a Nintendo camera. If you're a USB camera, it may be compatible with a Nintendo Switch 2 console. It really depends on the USB camera though. If you're unsure, you can test whether it works by connecting your USB camera. So you're gonna test USB camera option. Within system settings of the home menu. If you don't already own a compatible camera, the Nintendo Switch 2 camera has been assigned to work with the Nintendo Switch 2 console. No shit! Imagine if the Switch 2 camera wasn't made specifically for the Switch 2. Wouldn't that be silly? The camera stand. One thing you may have noticed about the Switch 2 camera is that it comes with a stand. It's a handy thing. You can use to quickly position the camera for use in TV, tabletop mode, and handheld mode. It won't move or fall over easily, and has been designed to help the camera capture a clear image no matter where you place it. One more thing. If you've ever recorded your face from below, you may have noticed that it doesn't turn out very flattering. No. Doesn't everyone take selfies from above? Because then you... because it makes the chin look better. That's the main reason. But in this visual camera, the stand is quite tall, so you don't have to worry about it being too low. Are you sure about that? Like, if I had a webcam, it would be above eye level, because then it looks the best. If the camera is above eye level, it would still look like shit. You can also place the camera wherever you like to get the optimal angle. There's one more benefit to the stand's height. It's one so you can place the camera behind the Nintendo Switch 2 dock and still get a good view. That pretty pog. That is probably the only reason why it's big, not because of the flattering angle. I think the flattering angle is just flavor text. It is 100% just so you can place it behind the dock. And no other reason. The flattering angle is just bullshitting. Illuminating your face. And this visual camera was designed with brightness in mind. We wanted to be able to capture people's faces brightly and clearly. The camera takes when your face is. Then it brightens the image to brighten out your face. Then flashbangs everyone who looks at the window. And the background becomes too bright in the process. The camera prioritizes making people's faces bright and clearer. For this reason, Switch 2 camera is not well suited for capturing landscapes, but anyone's face in them. Who would use a Switch 2 camera for landscaping? Like, goddamn. Clear image in the dark. I call bullshit already. No camera works well in the dark. And this is a camera specifically made for nighttime photography. Except for those specialized and very expensive cameras, no camera does well in the dark. Not a single one. If you're wondering whether the Nintendo Switch 2 camera can operate under dark lighting, the answer is yes. I call bullshit. If you're in a dimly lit room at night, this is a sensor can pick up even small amounts of light. The camera can capture a clear image. However, if the camera tries to brighten the image in a dark environment, it can run into a problem. Image noise can be introduced from power supplies or heat, making the image even brighter. As well as with a muddy look. But this wouldn't be possible to tell whether the muddiness is due to the image noise or a light spot. So how does the camera handle this? Here's an example. When there's no light spots on the previous image, then the image noise is probably to blame. The camera constantly checks the image feed like this. It uses a number of different methods and tries to eliminate as many sources of noise as possible. Yeah, I call bullshit. It doesn't work well in the dark. Someone should check that. Someone should try that out. How it works in different lighting. Because I call bullshit. Okay, let's try it out. The quiz. Volume 1. When a special console audio connected to Nintendo special camera. Air vent. The game card slot. The audio jack. USB-C connector. Yeah, sure. Silly answers, but not really funny. The following types of cameras are compatible with the digital console: film cameras, disposable cameras, USB cameras. Endoscope. What is an endoscope? I never heard that word before. What do be an endoscope? Wasn't it a show camera stand to help you capture better? Annotated diagrams, still life scenes, beautiful night panoramas. Your face from a good angle, bullshit. With a camera, lens are a part of a cable. Oh, interesting. Referring does an intense camera prioritize capturing a bright, clear image of scenery, fireworks, and starry skies. Whose faces the game screen. Actually, what happens when you point the switch to camera just at your TV screen? Wish a cable with a lens at the end. Yeah. Faces. Almost like my iPhone camera, which I use to do face tracking. Using a social camera, what is erased to prevent the picture from looking messy? Metadata uses memory. A full-on memory wipe. I would appreciate that. The image noise, apparently, which I still call bullshit on. Yay! Full marks. It might be a camera, yeah. Full marks to rock, sure. It's seen from space balls with the infinite screens when you point it at the TV. Sure. Okay, but we're done with the camera area. It sucks a bit that I can't do the camera minigame. But I'm just not sure if it actually shows the camera feed. And I did not want to risk it. I did consider it though. But I don't want to risk Nintendo doxing me. Which I think is fair. Just to play it safe, yeah. I will probably someday do it in private. Because it would be kind of fun to 100% this game. You know, being a completionist and all. Okay. Now you finally go into the left Joy-Con. H. Okay, there's a mouse minigame. But is it coloring shapes? Wait, I gotta play this right away, yeah? Do we get to coloring shapes? Please, yes! I like coloring shapes! Yay! This minigame allows the player to indulge in the choice of mouse controls. Typically, one is not expected to slide a mouse around all over the place. In this minigame, however, you'll be oh, my phone is dying. Hold on. It didn't charge again for some reason. Now it charges, okay. In this game, however, you will be expected to set the mouse rapidly to left and right. You must cut the shapes, taking care to not go over the edges. The trick is to angle the marker pen in such a way that it streamlines the process. Sure, I can color. Color the shapes! Yay! Kindergarten! 9 seconds, okay, easy. Oh. Wow! What a go minigame! Yeah! Such speed! Sure. Part 2! Do we get to cut another shape? Star shape! Yay! Let's go! I'm having fun! You drop some stars in the chat. God damn it. Why is circle? Circle would be easier than the fucking triangle. God damn it. I'm not good at coloring. Yay! Squid Game! Also, since we had stars, let's rain some stars. Enjoy. What's the next shape gonna be? It better be something crazy. Like, I don't know, a cylinder. What is it gonna be? A ring. A ring will be cool. Flower! Wait, we get to color an actual image? Hold up, what? We get to color an actual image. Yay! Bro. I did it! I can color! Was it gonna for fun instantly? I know I'm clouding around, but I'm actually enjoying this minigame. I'm actually having fun with this. Such speed! Okay, we cannot do it the last part yet. scale of an artist, sure. I'm totally an artist. Doesn't this get a stamp as well? No? Okay. Let's do the first quiz. 4, okay. Oh, they talk about control sticks now. Are they gonna mention drift? There's something about a feature of the Nintendo Switch console Joy-Con controllers, and every controller since the N64 actually. The control sticks of the Joy-Con two controllers are different in a number of ways. They're bigger and it's easier to place your finger on them. They have a slightly wider range of motion. And control sticks are a little easier to press in. These tweaks would generally make them easier to use. Okay, set improvements, nice. How many improvements have been made against drift? I mean, no stick is drift proof. Not even Hall Effect is drift proof. So... and my PS5 controllers started drifting faster than my Joy-Cons did. Let's take a look at how the control sticks on the Joy-Con 2 controllers move. I want the controls to feel nice and comfortable. They do not because Joy-Cons feel still garbage. To the end, to that end, we try to make sure that they move smoothly and don't feel like they're snaggy. The sticks do feel nice. I can agree with that, they feel really nice. This is not back to the center. The difference should be clear if you compare the control sticks to the ones on the Joy-Con controller. How control sticks work? Let's take a look underneath the control stick. These pieces that are sticking out are the contacts with strips that carry an electrical current. Into the control stick, the parts move. They move along their axis based on the direction and the degree held. As they move, the strength of the electricity current changes. The computer detects this and knows how much the control stick is being tilted. This mechanism can detect even the slightest of movements. This is for very precise controls. Sure. Hi Sophis, how are you? Nintendo control sticks. Wait, was the N64 actually the first one? You find them on plenty of controllers of all Nintendo systems. Okay, it was the first one. First released in Japan back in 1996. That's my birth year! The Nintendo 64 controller was the first controller to use the analog control stick. The King controller had both a control stick and a C-stick. The Wii console nunchuck accessory is an analog control stick. Oh, the Wii Pro controller is so good. The Classic and Classic Pro. Hi Ming, how are you? Honestly, this garbage controller you see on screen right now is one of my favorite controllers of all time. I fucking love the Wii Classic controller. The Classic controller and Classic Controller Pro, also for the Wii console, both had left and right sticks. The Wii U Gamepad and Wii U Pro controller had left and right sticks. As for Nintendo Switch console's Joy-Con controller and Nintendo Switch Pro controller. New controllers did you recognize? All of them, I'm old. We've been reshaping and improving the controls as time goes on. Yeah. Okay, let's try it out. the quiz, control sticks. In what way have the control sticks of Nintendo Switch control change compared to the Nintendo Switch console's Joy-Con control? They're bigger, they're smaller, they have pointy tips, they're fluffier. So fluffy. Where is this Wii U Pro controller for PC gaming? Yeah, honestly, the Nintendo Pro controllers in general have always been really good. The following is a feature of the Nintendo Switch 2 control sticks that makes them more comfortable to use. They play music when you move them. They emit a nice scent when you move them. That would be such a good feature. Oh, my phone is frozen again. This would be such a good feature to combat gamer stench. You step back into the center. They're made of silky material. You step back to the center. Like every control stick ever. What's the benefit of PC gaming? The PC I ever played is a Settlers 4, that's fair. Yeah, I'm not a PC gamer either. Look at what changes when you move around the control stick. You grip the plastic, the electrical current, enemy characters. What is wrong with my phone? Is it still charging? Yeah, it is. It just bugs around when it's around 20%. It's so weird. But yeah, the electrical current. The following Nintendo consoles does not include control sticks in the controller. The Super Nintendo Entertainment System console. Why is Nintendo like this, talking so long? Like, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System just call it the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Why the console? The Nintendo 64 console, the Nintendo Game console, the Nintendo Switch console, Super Nintendo. What type of freezes if a heat wave is happening? I have AC going, and today is actually a cooler day with only 22 degrees Celsius. So it cannot be the heat. It's just that when the battery is at 20%, it's just spazzing around. Like getting a notification every time that, oh, your phone is at 20%. Shut the hell up. I know. You think, right? That's pretty impressive. Okay, sure. I'm a gamer. Oh, it's gonna be 2 more quizzes in the bottom. Hi, Spec, how are you? The battery saver. Yeah, this is a battery saver, but it's so stupid and annoying. Like, let's do the demo. What do we got here? Either your hands look at VRR or rapid refresh rate. Okay, sure. I have to go tabletop because my Elgato capture card doesn't support VRR. So you cannot see, you can only hear. Let me turn up the volume. It's just a model of a Switch 2 spinning, and I can change frame rates and shit. Oh, it's playing at 39 right now. Oh, it's 20 FPS right now. Wow, crazy. Okay, I have to set it to 100 Hz right now. Whoa, crazy! I don't see a difference to 60, by the way. Oh, actually, 120 FPS gives me a headache. Actually, 120 gives me a headache. I guess I'm 60 hertz brained. What is wrong with the capture? Hold on, let me refresh real quick. It's an Elgato issue, not a Switch issue, by the way. I'm just picturing the Nintendo Switch 2 spinning like that one big sided fish. It's more like ooh ee ah, that meme. It's more like that. Let it go. It would look even slightly smoother to your VRR enabled. That's even in my book. Yeah, I don't really give a shit. Oh. Wait, is this a memory game? Match around 6 pairs in fine ring. A vibration memory game. Okay, cool. Also, I'm too tired to read the text now. 6 pairs, okay. Huh? Okay, hammer. Golfing, sure. That was just a guess. Yay, I did it in 18 moves. Wait, that's a firm... What? I wanna play pretty badly. Okay, cool. That was fun. I'm a bit sad there's only one version of this. This was a good one, Okay, there have to be stamps. There we go. Battery! And I missed one on top. This is H Rumble. There's amazing facts about magnetic connectors here. Still more about the magnets? Really? And the release button on the is used to detach the Switch to a controller from the console. It is so that you can detach the controllers easily, even without much force. When you press the release button, roll 6 out of the Joy-Con 2 controllers. Roll pushes against the main body of the console. You shouldn't need to press the button very hard to reach this point. Using the principle of leverage, it pushes against the console with over twice the force. But it's true that the magnets that attach the controllers to the console are strong, breathing harder. If they are separated by even a short distance, they become weaker. When the roll pushes against the console, the Joy-Con controller moves away just a little. This makes it easier to detach from the controller. Also, the direction in which you press the release button is the same direction that you pull to detach the Joy-Con. No shit! You see, that makes it even easier to detach the control. Who needed this info? Oh yeah, the right Joy-Con, when I press the button, it kind of loses up to the right. Let's press left. Let's push it to the left to detach it. What? Who needed this? Chicken controllers stick very tightly to the console's main body. Why is this? Well, it's just because the magnets are very strong. The switch to console and the S and R buttons form a strong magnetic circuit. To create this strong circuit, we see many different combinations and positions. Of course, we selected the magnetic circuit that resulted in the strongest possible configuration. The configuration which shows the circuit is less likely to cause issues because it won't interfere with the other magnetic parts. Cool. The way that the Switch 2 controls attached to the Nintendo Switch 2 console is via connectors like these. These connectors can't slide around much. They tend to move open and only very slightly. Let's see this brief for reference. Still with the stupid notes. If the controllers are not perfectly lined up when you attach them, the magnet will do the rest of the work. The position should line up perfectly. Okay, cool. It's like the quiz. Magnetic connectors volume 3. The magnet is used to attach the Joy-Con to controllers to the Nintendo Switch 2 console. I'm saying to ease the process, but in what way? They have eyes. They speak to each other. They're firmly attached. They can move a little. No, they look respectfully, right? What is it that makes the S and SR bundle Joy-Con controllers attached so tightly to the Nintendo Switch 2 console magnets? Iron fillings, electromagnets, strong magnetic circuit, magnetic compass, strong circuit. When you press the release button on the Joy-Con controller, how much force does the rod that comes out apply compared to when you press the button? About half, about the same, or twice as much. It doesn't apply any force. It's twice as much. I'm a gamer! I do be gaming! Okay, and the last quest. In this area. Okay, 3 more. What's this about? Hidden screws. How does a Joy-Con two controllers stay together? It's here with a number of screws. 4 screws to be precise. Can't tell where they are. But we see 2 of them. I guess the other 2 are... No, I know where the other 2 are. You see the side thing? Below the shoulder button? That long ledge that can be detached. There are the other 2 screws. See if we can find them. What did you do? There are 2 screws on the side here. Where the controller attaches to the console. On the other side, no screws are visible at first glance. Ah! I know it! I knew it, Halia. I'm smart. The other 2 are hidden by a cover. Maybe there's already like colored covers that you can buy on Etsy and shit. Which is pretty cool, I think. Some customization. Thanks to this, the screws in the area around them are less likely to get dirty. So it makes the screws less noticeable and prevent them from being touched by, during play. It is honestly really good design. How the buttons work? You press them and they do a thing. Here you can see what it looks like underneath the button on the Joy-Con 2 controller. There's a dome-shaped piece of metal. And beneath that is an incomplete circuit. When you press the button, the dome bends downwards. The dome touches the circuit and completes it. The computer catches this and knows which button has been pressed. All told, it's a pretty simple mechanism. Yeah, it is. Easy to press buttons. These and the SR buttons on the Shogun controller have changed. They're actually usable. Because they are bigger than your fucking pinky. They're not much bigger than the buttons on the Nintendo Switch console's Joy-Con controllers. As a matter of fact, the ABX and Y buttons and directional inputs are bigger too. Thank God. I hated how small everything was on the Joy-Con ones. The Joy-Con 2s, like, I shit on Joy-Cons all the time because I don't like them. But they feel so much better than the old Joy-Cons. Makes them all easier to use. Yeah. Okay, quiz the timer. Volume 2 of the controller. Number 1. How the SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 controllers change comparison to the Joy-Con controllers on the Nintendo Switch. They're bigger, they're smaller, they're softer, they've been removed. Imagine if they made them smaller. Like, these are already fucking tiny. It is so small, I am barely able to press them. Imagine they made him even smaller, like just cut it in half. The dome-shaped part on each button of the Joy-Con controller is made out of which material? Plastic, rubber, metal, concrete. Yeah, concrete totally works, right? Metal. The screws that hold the outside of the Joy-Con controller together are visible. How many are there in total? Therefore, no silly answer. Big Sag. Yeah, we did it. Oh, Max, you wiped the floor with that quiz. Joy-Con controller's knowledge must be skyrocketing. I look like putting concrete in my controllers, yeah. Because you are a diligent one, aren't you? Read so many of our insights. Yeah, I did. I'm smart, am I not? Okay, there's another stamp somewhere here. Wasn't there a stamp for this shit? No. Where is it then? Where be the last stamp? The L button. Apparently not. But we know it's on this level because it's between the capture button and the right button. So it has to be somewhere around here. Sure. Yay, we did it! We can do I now. Oh, it's time for the grip area. Okay. But first we gotta return the hat. Do I just want to check? We have to dock 100%. This we cannot 100% because of the camera minigame. We still have the last section of minigame. Here's the last of the minigame. What are we missing here? Probably minigame. It's all just minigame levels, probably. But yeah, first everyone 100% actually. Kinda pog. Bridget, thank you for $5. Thank you. Okay, anyway, I just wanted to check that. Let's go to the grip. Gripping time. Oh, shut up. I didn't want to talk to you. Look at it. CDGP Deluxe working again. Nice, let's go. Have fun. Looping the Noriko Reggie. Yeah. Reggie keeping the business afloat. You can head on through. There's 4 different lifts. What? I see a mouse minigame. The grip. Is it going to be a minigame that uses the grip? You know, switch to a logo. The logo is a stamp? Really? Again, just gonna start looking for stamps first. It is a lot of lifts. Okay. Oh, all the rubber pads have a stamp, sure. The music is actually kind of chill. Oh, you could deck the needs to have one. Yes, there we go. Okay. Is she being cool like that? Yeah. You could say it's kind of gaming. Why don't the player LEDs have any stamps? They fucking do! I just didn't find it. Okay, let's go down. The rubber pad. Maracas? Who lets maracas? Who takes maracas to a con anyway? Anything back here? No. We're still missing a bit. I will find the other ones later. I wanna play some minigames! LCD Pixel Hunt, sure. Damage that you see is a game that's made up of a lot of pixels. Single pixel is incredibly tiny. This game will have to try and find 3 of these minute pixels. Minute pixels, but as clear as you can on the constant screen. To tabletop I go. Because this game hates streamers. I have 20 seconds to find the pixels, okay. It's the same as the one with the 4K pixel search, just on handheld. That's the only difference. It's the exact same minigame. Wow, I got it in 3.8 seconds! Gets me 3 medals! Wow! I'm not gonna switch back to receipt medals because part 2 is probably gonna unlock instantly. Yeah, part 2 is instantly unlocked, so let's do that also real quick. Why can't I do the LCD pixel search on my LCD monitor? That's fucking stupid. But you know they're drifting. It's the exact same minigame. But it's 3 instead of 5. Because it's a smaller monitor. Smaller screen. Okay, 15 seconds. One, 2, 3. Wow, 3.51 seconds! I am such a gamer! Wow! Look at me gaming! Oh wait, you couldn't see it because this game hates streamers. But yeah, I got all 3 in both minigames. There, I got 3 and I got 3. Cool. We are still missing something. Anyway, let's play the next minigame. Balloon hand. Is it just a target one but with balloons? Okay, you'll be moving around with the Joy-Con L. Is it Joy-Con R as a mouse? Oh, okay. Or is it actually just aim labs? It's aim labs. We're actually just playing aim labs now. Wow. Oh, this was weird. Okay, 18 seconds to find the balloon. 10 balloons, okay. Oh, this feels awkward. I'm a gamer! But this is literally just a first-person shooter. Is this how people play Cyberpunk? And Fortnite on the Switch too? Isn't it kinda wild? But this control scheme I can see really working very nicely when we get Minecraft Switch 2 edition. Like playing Minecraft like this, probably a lot of fun. Okay. Oh, we have to double shoot it. Are they? Okay, if I aim right, it pops both at once. But is this how people play Fortnite on the Switch? Where's the last one up there? I took way too long, okay. But now I kinda know where they are, so let's try again. Can you tell I'm not a PC gamer with how bad my movements are? Let's go! You're taking too long. Shut up. I am not a PC gamer. Why maybe the Switch 2 will turn me into one. At least make me more comfortable with mouse controls. This is level 3 to this. Okay, more aim labs. Triple balloons. Like we had single balloon, double balloon, now triple balloons. Sure. Why can't you just give me a shot or something? Oh, I hit the yellow part, I think. And then it pops all 3, Yeah. The Joy-Con vibrates with every step. I hate it. Okay, I missed one. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the last one? Oh. No. Up there. Okay, I found it. This took way too long. But now I know where to look. Okay. There we go. Come on! This is because I missed 2 shots. Are you serious? There we go. Again, is this how people play Fortnite? Am I a Fortnite gamer now? Wow, so fast, sure. Can you put some other mini game on? No, this is a side we did the other mini game. Hold on. The other side has also a mini game. But in third person, it is more Call of Duty. But yeah. Can you play Fortnite in first person though? I'm pretty sure you can. But again, I never touched Fortnite. Should I download Fortnite Switch 2 edition just for the memes? Okay, spray buff, stain removal. So do you fancy yourself a dab hand? Maybe scraper kitchen or otherwise? No. HD rumble. Pro tip is especially stubborn parts. Confusing with smaller, more precise motions. Okay, sure. You try to sell me on HD rumble again. I could just scrape this shit off. Yay! I have to be 3 seconds faster. Dude. sucker! About the first American tour, then we can talk about Mercy. Who dropped a Grimace Shake though? Oh, now it's a blue sploosh. Come on. Brother! This time limit is so... How do you get the third medal here? Like, seriously? Come on. Ah, there we go. That was hard. For no reason. Okay. We have the last color shape. Go! Wish I did no time flat. Shut the hell up. And there's a level 2. Erk. Do we at least get a better time limit? A less tight one? Please? 35 seasons. Okay, this is just a massive sploosh, probably. Oh, it's a massive sploosh. Chat, who of you dropped your Grimace Shake? Oh, come on. That was you? I mean, it's better to drop your Grimace Shake than drink it, right? Oh yeah, I forgot I can just turn. Dude. Do not touch the Grimace Shake on the floor. This is what happens. And this poor employee has to scrape it off. That employee is me. Okay, this one was way more generous. Thank you. We did all the minigames here. Okay, we are still missing stamps, right? How are we missing 3 stamps? What the fuck could they be? It's time to hug walls again. Like, I'm looking at my Joy-Con grip and don't think of anything. That could be the red LED. Okay. Still 2 more missing. By the logic they should be on each side below. Huh? Massive, huh? Huh? There's something inside here. Doesn't look like it. Okay, it has to be something around here. I am very confused. Okay, I'm looking at my legit Joy-Con grip. What could it be? I didn't see nothing. That could be worth inspecting. Because all the sidebars have are the rubber tips. the rubber pads so your Joy-Cons don't get scratched or whatever. I am very confused. Let's look on the other side, maybe find it there. What the fuck could it be? By the logic of the checklist, it has to be somewhere south of it. Of the rubber pads. I am so confused. I can just zoom out like this. What could it be? Chad, any ideas? Because I have no clue what the last thing could be. I have an idea, but it's probably not right. Is what I was thinking. Oh, you fucking asshole. Foot left. It is so tiny, I didn't see them on my actual Joy-Con grip. Oh my god, this is stupid. This is so dumb. But sure. Okay, time for the quiz. Maybe have... This is the Pro Controller area. Yo? Okay, wait, I wanna check. How many quizzes? It looks like there's gonna be 2. I want to use a Joy-Con to grip. Additionally, attaching the Joy-Con to controllers is easy. It contains magnets, so you can simply hold the Joy-Con to controllers up to the sides and of the grip, and they attach themselves. This button let you detach each of the controller's fees. When you hear the satisfying click sound, so nice. If you're playing on your own with the grip, but you want to add a second player, you can attach your Joy-Con controllers and hand one of them to someone else right away. Sure. There's the enlarged Joy-Con 2 grip. The Joy-Con 2 controllers are bigger than Nintendo Switch console's Joy-Con controllers. This means that the Joy-Con 2 grip is larger than a Joy-Con grip 2. Very large. The thing is, simply making it bigger would make it harder to hold. So we thinned out the parts that you grip to sit more comfortably with your hands. Good design. I do not like the Joy-Con 1 grips. They are very uncomfortable. A standing grip. Here's a funny little detail about the Joy-Con 2 grips. It stands up on its own. Yeah, because it is basically 3 legs. This would make the grip stand upright so that it doesn't take up too much space. I mean, I placed my Joy-Con 1 grip like this as well all the time. There are 2 little... If only we did the quiz first, right? At each bottom measuring roughly 0.2 millimeters each. These bumps act as a tiny feed. This is as detailed, but these bumps are what helps keep the grip popped up. Sure. Well, indeed. Let's take the quiz. We've read through the necessary material. Okay, let's do the quiz! The grip quiz volume 1. There is no volume 2? Wow. What is the other quiz about then? With the following attached graph, glue magnetic force and electric circuit, the power flow. It's the same answers as for the main console. The exact same answers. Oh wait, I pressed the wrong one, didn't I? Wait. I think I pressed the wrong one. It is magnetic force. As a shock and two grip been modified to make it easier to hold. You can now choose a size to match the size of your hands. That would be so nice, honestly, because I have slightly bigger hands, but I like my small controllers. You now use a sticky material, sure. Bones have been applied to stop your hand from slipping. It's been thinned out. It is thinner. A lot thinner, actually. There's a benefit of now being able to stand this choke and do grip up. You can do this with one grip as well, but sure. It gives you courage. It gives courage! Yeah, but without using much space, yeah. Whee! Okay, but the second quiz... What could this be about? You know about the check on grip charging grip here? Oh, the charging grip, right. Sure, it's just a grip with an USB connector and a battery. Check on two charging grip. You can do charging grip sold separately, of course it is. As a key difference to the check on two grip, it includes a USB-C connector. You can use it to connect a USB cable and charge the check on two controllers. What's more, the check on two charging grip is connected to the switch to toggle for console with cable. The controller is connected to the console via wire communication instead of wirelessly. No shit! Did you know that if you connect something with a wire to another thing, it is not wireless? Whoa! Crazy! Am I right? Who would have guessed? There's a chance that you do a Breath of the Wild stream project, maybe in the future. The thing is, I don't really am the biggest fan of Breath of the Wild. But I think it would be cool to play all the Breath of the Wild Hyrule games after another, like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Age of Imprisonment, and Age of Calamity. All of those. So then the rocket science game. The GR and GR buttons. The check and two charging grip isn't just for charging the controllers. When you switch to Pro Controller, it includes a GL and GR button, and they look way worse on the charging grip. Like on the Pro Controller, they look so nice and feel nice. These look horrible. These look uncomfortable to press. Just with how the controller is. Like, I'm holding the grip right now. Yeah, these buttons must be horrible. God damn. These buttons are different from the other buttons. Go to bed, nothing will happen when you press either of them. But you can map other buttons like in any configuration you like. You can just do this here, or you can do it in this game. But usually when you go in the quick menu, you can just change the grip buttons. I can probably just select it because I play with Joy-Cons. But yeah. For example, instead of using the minus button a lot, you can map it to the GL button. Honestly, if I would have the charging grip and would only play with that, the minus button would be the first thing I would map on the grip buttons. Because pressing minus on a Joy-Con is so bad because the stick is in the way. It is so bad. If you want to press the R stick more quickly, you can map it to the GR button instead. Like, I play only with Pro Controller, and that has GR and GL buttons. And I usually just have the stick buttons mapped to them. Because pressing map buttons, stick buttons is fucking stupid. I hate them. I always hated them. You realize that you need to press the B button while keeping your finger on the right stick and set R. In this case, you map the B button to the GR button. Isn't that the home button to map buttons from quick setting? Yeah, that's what I meant. I can show off when we get to the Pro Controller stuff. All mapping settings are stored per user and per game. You can set the setting that you prefer for any game you like. You can set a default setting in the system settings, by the way, which is nice. So my default setting, I have R3 and L3 mapped, and then just change it depending on the game if I need to. You can tailor the settings that you prefer for any game you like. You look, the buttons look horribly placed. Yeah. They are horribly placed. Because where the image shows, that's not where I have my middle finger if I would play with the grip. Wait. Let me put the Joy-Cons in the grip so I get a better feel for it. And it's not where I put my middle fingers. I put my middle fingers on the connecting part between the Joy-Cons. That's way more comfortable than having them down there to press buttons. Also, my fingernails scratch the back of the Joy-Cons, so that's even worse. That makes it even worse. So the grip, kinda ass. It should be comfortable to press no matter your hand size. You've taken the button's position, relative height, and size into account. It means they won't get in the way of you if you don't need them. It'll be easy to press if you don't. If you do. Not for me! Good thing I didn't buy that shit. Okay, let's do the quiz. Inside Quizu! With this, can the Joy-Con do charging grip do besides charging the controller? And we can charge the Nintendo Switch to a console. It can charge smart devices. It can function as a mouse. It can perform varied communication. No funny answer. What are the GR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 charging grip used for? We can stop and start the charging process. They can be mapped to buttons of your choosing. We can be used to attach the Joy-Con 2 controllers. Nothing there just for decoration. Wow. What a hard quiz! Whee! Yay! Magnificent, not a single error. So we are qualified to be a Joy-Con 2 charging grip expert. Sure. Okay. What's the next area gonna be? Jay. Okay, but we're gonna end here for today. We're gonna do though is go to the Joy-Con 1 area and return the maracas. Let's go. Yeah. Blueberry is 100% complete. Okay. And yeah, just minigame shit. We did all the quizzes so far. There's a lot for some reason. We did all the Okay, wait. Which minigames do we have open? We did 99 medals for the last Dodge Spike Balls. We have Touch 10 free. This is the touchscreen minigame. Speed Maze 4. Speed Golf 3. Quick Click 4. I'm still a bit sad that I can't do the facial impressions one. That kinda sucks. More shapes. And that's it. We did all the tech demos. We have all the stamps. Okay, I know we still have J, K, and L. I don't know if there's anything after L. Because J is a Pro Controller, K is a fucking wheel, and L is, I think, the inside of the console. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, looking good. I would say. I'm on the way to 100% this shit. Except for the camera area. Which I just can't. And that's gonna annoy me for so fucking long. This is gonna annoy me forever that I can't 100% this game. But yeah. Let's leave. Oh, let's change look. There. I guess this is how we leave. But yeah! This is it for today. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun too. Watching me play a tech demo. By the way, at some point I will stream Astro's Playroom. Don't worry about that. To play an actually free tech demo. I want to play both Astro games on stream at some point. Because Astro Bot is my favorite platformer. And a good tech demo. Yeah. I had my fun. Let's see if I can rate someone before my phone dies. We can raid Kira, who's still doing her fluffathon on day 45. She's playing Date Everything and has a repo collab later, or right now, I don't know. But if we're gonna raid Kira Kuroto, another Swiss VTuber. And yeah, see you guys next week for when we finish Welcome Tour. And on Tuesday, we'll continue Fire Emblem Warriors. So yeah, have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye!